Hi, Josh Carr here at carrealestate.com. As some of you know, I've taught individuals and corporations for over 15 years on how to use Argus DCF, or what we used to just call Argus. It worked, and while it had its issues, it basically got the job done. Yeah, it was expensive, and it was annoying to use, and the user interface was downright primitive at times. But the cash flows made sense, and when you're trying to buy a shopping center, you care a lot more about the cash flows than you do about the software that helped you buy it. And then Argus Enterprise came along. The original argument for Argus Enterprise, or some have referred to it as AE, was the traditional Argus, DCF, was horrible at portfolio analysis. You're buying one building? It's just fine. You want to buy 10? Well, you have to run each model separately, dump it into Excel, roll it up with a bunch of VLOOKUPs and index match functions, etc. You get the idea. There's a lot of Excel work you have to do. AE eliminated all of that. Then the AE people figured that it made a lot more sense to just rewrite the cash flow model and kill DCF entirely than it was to support DCF and AE simultaneously. This makes sense. After all, what company would want to support two software programs, especially one that was basically obsolete, the old Argus DCF? So, as of the time of this video, you can't buy Argus DCF anymore, and the industry is basically being forced to transition over to Argus Enterprise. In fact, by the end of 2017, at least the Argus people are claiming that DCF will stop being supported. Not really clear what that means. If you call tech support, do they just hang up on you? Will you hear crickets on the other end of the line? No one's really quantified that, but long story short, they're basically saying that as of December 2017, the party's over. And if you haven't switched to Argus Enterprise, well, you're going to have to. Needless to say, a lot of people aren't happy about this. Change is hard. In the long term, I think people will see the light, but in the short term, there's a lot of teeth gnashing and what have you about switching now, switching later, etc. In any event, for my 2 cents, as someone who's used the software for 20 and taught it for 15, I just say that if you're going to change over to AE, do it sooner rather than later. It's a more severe program, and I think you'll get a lot of benefit out of it. It's also a lot better in terms of asset management functionality, which for some of you matters, and for others, well, you don't care, you're just trying to price a deal. By the way, this does not mean that Argus is the only game in town. There are competing software programs, but if you have decided that you're going from DCF to AE, I would just go as soon as possible. It's a better program, and I think you will find it easier to use overall. In any event, for other videos on real estate finance and related topics, Excel modeling, what have you, or if you want to download a bunch of spreadsheets, you can always go to my website at carrealestate.com, KAHRrealestate.com, or just email me at Josh, that's Josh, at KAHRrealestate.com. Thank you very much.